Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Sara here with Holistic Living, and today we're going to be talking about how to support your body through springtime. And probably you are new to this channel, or maybe not, but I have a background in Ayurvedic medicine, and it's so important to tune in to the seasons. Spring is especially so important when it comes to rejuvenation and cleansing, that I actually want to give you some tips for this kind of months that we're living in right now, and kind of keeping you guys update on what to do. So springtime, again, is such a beautiful time of the year. It's kind of the stage of the rebirth after wintertime. And if you know a little bit of Ayurveda, you don't have to, but we just went from Kapha season, so it's kind of wintry season where the qualities are heavy, and very sleepy mode, right? Because if you think about wintertime, everything is slower, and it's natural to be putting some extra pounds on because we want to keep our body warm, depending on where you live in the world. But I remember when I was in Italy, this was the cycle. Wintertime, I would gain 5 extra pounds, and then springtime and summertime, I would lose that when I had a healthy relationship with food. Okay, so just think about spring as a transitional season, and it's the perfect time of the year to do a cleanse. Okay, to kind of switch things up from the winter mode you are in, maybe if you still are. So switch things up. Now, I'm going to walk you through, first of all, food. So kind of the nutrition part of how to support your body. But I'm also going to give you tips on how to support your lifestyle. So lifestyle tips towards the end. All right, so let's talk about the body and the nutritional side of it. It's the time where you need to avoid oily, heavy, fried foods that actually have a lot of kapha quality. Better to be avoiding these foods, and also buttery or creamy or even dairy. It's so beneficial if you can stay kind of without dairy through spring, or kind of reduce the intake drastically, because you might notice that there are a lot of allergies around during springtime. Everyone is congested or having a runny nose or having allergies. And so what I recommend is to avoid dairy, if not to reduce dairy drastically, and you will notice such an increase in your function of the respiratory system and lungs and throat and sinus infection. You will see a lot of improvements there. So maybe play with that a little bit. Then another tip is to include more bitter foods like leafy greens, green vegetables like kale, spinach, broccoli, arugula, anything that has a bitter taste. Okay, and especially green, because green is very cleansing in nature. So anything that it's green is rich in it's high in chlorophyll, and so it kind of gives extra oxygen to the cells, and it's cleansing for the liver. So springtime is also the time where you want to avoid sugar. And I know Easter is really close, and so we have it's a season where everybody is having chocolate, but if you can maybe choose high quality dark chocolate or high quality chocolate, that would be best. All right, so another thing is to have 1 day or 3 day of a cleanse in a month. And if you want to know how to cleanse Ayurvedically, I'm going to add a link in the description down below to one of my videos that explains you how to do the Khichdi cleanse, the Ayurvedic cleanse, which is very sustainable for someone who is working, because I don't recommend like fasting when you're working. I actually can't. I mean, you can do it. It's just like very draining. And so I recommend, like, if you want to cleanse or do a juice cleanse, do it during the weekend. If not, you can do a gentle Ayurvedic cleanse that supports the organ but does not add extra like work to the organs, and so it's very cleansing, soothing, nourishing for the body. And it's based upon the mono diet called Khichdi with herbs and spices, and then you drink warm teas that are very cleansing throughout the day. So I'm going to link it down below so you can watch it. Another great tip is to have warm or like room temperature water in the morning, like kind of like 4 to 8 ounces if you can in the morning, right when you wake up, with lemon juice in it. And that actually helps to just kickstart the metabolism and actually alkaline the body. And also it improves your bowel movement. So do that. It hydrates the body, speeds up the metabolism, and alkalines the body. So do that. That's super beneficial. Another great tip is to include herbs and spices that are heating in nature. So they have heating properties. For example, we want to add ginger. We want to add turmeric. We want to add cayenne. Not a lot of cayenne, but like a touch of it is great. Cinnamon, coriander, cumin, black pepper, and tulsi. If you've had this tea called tulsi, Tulsi, it's amazing for the lungs. So anything that it's bitter but also pungent, so it's a little bit spicy, and it speeds up that metabolism and the digestive fire, which is necessary to wake everything up during springtime. Okay, let's move to lifestyle tips. Okay, great things to do is to get your body moving first thing in the morning. Like if you can do it like right between 6 and 10 a.m. That's the best time of the day, but also like in the afternoon, that's great as well. And we want the body to kind of sweat the excess toxins that have been accumulated through winter. So even if you go, let's say you have a workout and then you get into the sauna or a hot steaming bath, that's amazing for the skin and like clearing up all of the toxins. Another great tip is to scrape your tongue in the morning to get all of the what it's called ama, so accumulated toxins in the mouth in the morning. So you get a tongue scraper and you scrape it, or you do oil pulling. I actually can't do that. Every time it makes me want to throw up. So I do the tongue scraping, but I know some people that do it and they find it so beneficial. I was never being able to do it. I did try. Anyway, side note. Okay, let's move on to dry brushing, or oil massage. So for example, my skin tends to be dry. So for me, like once a week, I will apply oil onto my skin before my shower or bath when I have time, and then I'll massage my my body. That not only is good for the circulatory system, but is so great to kind of move anything that's been building up under the skin. You can do dry brushing. So for example, if your skin is already kind of oily, then you want to do dry brushing or just scrub it like without the application of any oils, okay? So another great lifestyle tip is, so the body itself thrives on a routine. So I recommend continuing your daily routine, but springtime is when we want to switch things up. So make sure that maybe you throw in some adventures, or you decide to do something new, whether it's a class or a course, or I don't know, you decide to try like a Zumba class or whatever, something new and exciting that moves the rhythm of things just a little bit. Okay, that's always fun to do. Another great tip, if you want to follow it, you're more than welcome. Then make sure that you kind of switch the colors of what you're wearing. So brighter color, especially if you're trying to kind of lose some pounds, okay? Brighter color that energizes you, that's always beneficial to wear. So kind of like yellow, orange, red, maybe a bright pink or a bright blue, like something very bright that helps to stimulate your energy. My energy is too fiery, so I always wear, if you notice, calming colors, because if not, I get very like excited and too fired up. So just make sure that you check in with yourself. Like if you have a fiery personality, then maybe you need to wear some cooling clothes. But during springtime, you want to wear more of the bright warming colors, okay? So this was it for today, and I hope this was helpful. And if it was, just don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment so I know that you enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the next video.